Hi, I'm Company Secretary Zubair Jahangir, and in this video, I will be telling you all about the ICSI draft that they have issued, which is dated 2026 to 2030. This is a proposal made, and they've opened it up for public comments till today, that is 7th January 2026. Now let's look at the key changes that they have done. One, they have changed CSET into CS Foundation. That's absolutely same. That's fine. That's a name change. But the key changes that they have made is they've increased the passing percentage from 50 to 55. They have introduced that your examination, whatever marks you get, has only 70% weighted, and 30% weightage will be based on some practical examination that they plan to take. They've introduced mandatory physical coaching at ICSI centers. Okay, and they have introduced a little bit of practical into your course, which is absolutely fine considering the changes. Now I want you to fill your and give your comments. The link is given in the description, and I also have given you key points which you can edit, delete, add, modify, and directly send it to ICSI. Okay, because those things are going to affect you directly, because we're standing in 2026. Maybe they have not told when they're going to affect these changes, so it could be any time, right? But we don't need to panic because it doesn't happen. I'll tell you also when I feel they are going to make it effective. Okay, they have dated it 2026, so we have to be careful and we have to take steps for this. Now the first thing is the recommendations. When it will be applicable, let's make a expected guess. Okay, I'm going to tell you from when I feel this will be proposed or when it will be implemented. So in 2012 the syllabus came, then they have a 5 year, every 5 years they keep changing the syllabus drastically. So 2012, then 2017, then came 2022, now 2027 they will and have to bring a syllabus change. So obviously I feel 2026, by 2026 end, they will be announcing the entire details, and by 2027 they would be implementing these changes. This is my personal view, because every 5 years historically they have changed the syllabus. Now my second aspect is basically that we will tell ICSI that do not implement it in 2026. It should be implemented from 2027 onwards for the students who have registered on 2027 onwards. So it's a very important thing which we have to take initiative and inform ICSI. Changing it in mid course doesn't make sense, and I don't think that is going to happen. So 2026 everyone is safe. Every one of you all who have registered in 2022, they don't need to worry. It will be applicable in my views from those who are registering in 2027 onwards. Detail will be out in 2026 end. Okay, now, and the change also will be a proper transition period will be given for those who could not clear in 2022 syllabus. Then there will be two parallel syllabus that will be done for those who could not clear 20 above by the end of 2026. They would be rolled over. When they will be rolled over, because the new ones will give 2027 examination. The ones who could not clear by 2026, they will be rolled over, compulsory rollover, all those parallel examination they've always held in the past, and I believe from 2027 there will be parallel examinations, one for the ones who have registered and those ones who are still in existing in 2022 syllabus and they are giving the examination. Okay, so that will be a very nice smooth transition that they will do. So your objective is to clear as soon as possible. Okay, because every time these changes, if you nobody likes changes actually. Then comes to one recommendation that where they are making mandatory, okay, physical coaching at ICSI center. That is a complete I feel is going to backfire, because working professionals cannot attend the physical classroom. Nobody is going to leave their jobs. Those who are living in remote areas, ICSI centers are not there in all the places. It's going to be far off distance. Okay, so that is important. They could introduce online, but also I feel the next slide is that, okay, so this is one thing, this I'll come to it. Then comes to the next thing is your assessment. This is absolutely fine, but the only concern when they are saying that your examination marks is holding 70% weightage, and then the balance 30% will be your practical training, and then collectively you have to get an average of 55%. Now the very key aspect and big change we need is a change in the correction and the transparency of the paper correction. Most of the students, sometimes there was in the accounts, people were getting 1 mark, 0 marks, so they don't know how the weightage is being given. There's no transparency, which we would want it to be a little more. Okay, then comes to the part of 50 to 55 percentage where they've increased. Obviously, one, we have to put in the to ICSI that these proposed changes should be prospective from future and for those who are registering in 2027 and onwards, not for the 2022 syllabus. But however, let me just tell you the concern and how I look at it. Even making it 55% is going to be difficult for all. Okay, so what happens is we will tell that they are increasing the difficulty course, but I feel due to the what they have planned is the practical aspects which are there computerized, there the it must be easier to score, and they're giving 30% weightage to it. So that is why I feel this 55% aspect is there to compensate the ease which they plan to keep it in the practical course. Now, practical learning integration, they should introduce like ROC filing, how to file ROC forms, because this is not there in our entire till final level. How to exactly file at the portal, how to actually manage the annual filings of listed companies. So those filing aspects is missing, which I feel they can add it in the practical part. Now, coming to one thing where they have told that mandatory physical coaching at ICSI center. Now imagine offline mandatory. So because of that, what happens? You are limiting the students to learn only from you. Private coaching will be discontinued. Private coaching center will really be irrelevant because everyone is coming to ICSI at their centers and it will be for long hours. So obviously private offline coaching will be extremely hampered when we're talking of that, and the choice of students from who they want to learn is also diminished or affected. So this I feel they should give it at the option of students that wherever you want, we are also offering offline. Any other center is also offering offline. You can study from where you want. So forcing the students to come to offline ICSI centers, which might be at a different zones, might be difficult to implement, and it would lead to a dropout students rate. So your participation is very important because today is the last date. I want all of you all to put your comments. I'll put it in the comment section, this link. Go ahead, put your comments. I'll also give a propose from whatever I have said. If you agree with me, you can copy paste these recommendations as well as make any changes as you want. So this is, I feel, is the important things. You can add, delete, modify as you want. These are my viewpoints. Wish you all the very best. I trust ICSI. We all trust ICSI. They will bring in a smooth transition. But you commenting on these and filling up these forms is very important, only because the number when they will see it will make a difference. Second, I feel that they have already done the discussions. That is when they must have made this thing. So all the initial preliminary discussions are already over. I expect this to be the thing with minor changes. Okay, because obviously when they have given all these things, it must be a well thought of after a lot of meetings. All we have to tell them that the implementation date, which I feel will be 2027 January. So with this, I wrap up. Let me know in the comment section what are your views as well. Okay, and what are your thought process. So for the students who have enrolled in the 2022 syllabus, I don't feel there is any issue to worry. This syllabus will not be, this proposed change should not be applicable to you. So you can continue studying. It will be for your juniors and your other students who are enrolling 2027 onwards. That is it. This is my view. Thank you so much. Take care, guys. Bye.